First of all, I want to apologize for this season. I know you are really disappointed with me and really disappointed with the team. 6 months ago, in my first 3 games in charge, with 2 victories and 1 draw, I said to you, the storm is coming. Today, after this disaster season, I want to tell you the good days are coming.
Hey, good afternoon, good morning everyone, matchday people, and of course we are playing Chelsea. It's kind of like a must-win game for Ruben Amorim as media has been piling up the pressure on, but we're going to talk about the selection headache for Ruben Amorim after the press conference admitting that Matheus Cunha is back in the fray and also Mason Mount. So what is going on? How is Amorim going to pick this team to get the massive 3 points that we absolutely needed since the loss in the derby? Because let's face it, this game is a must-win game for us to sort of remain in Europe, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe flew in his pink helicopter asking the question, hey Ruben, what is going on? Why is the team not winning? Well, everyone knows that, you know, you didn't back Ruben Amorim fully. We needed a midfielder, which we didn't, and we spent 200 million on the attacking front line. That is a selection headache, right? Against Arsenal, we started with Cunha, we started with Mbeumo, and we started off with Mason Mount. And that is now the selection headache, in my opinion, which is a good headache because, you know, you spent 70 million on a striker called Benjamin Sesko that you not really have utilized to full potentials. So now where Cunha is coming back in, and also we're looking at potentially, you know, Mason Mount, where do we go from here? How do we line up? You know, because based on the injuries, Ruben Amorim chose to play Bruno Fernandes, which is the registrar, to play deeper, and that hasn't really worked out, right? So in my opinion, if we look for like with the Chelsea midfield, which is a very good midfield in my opinion, we're talking about Caicedo in there together with Enzo Fernandez. They play with a 4-2-3-1 system, which is kind of compatible with Ruben Amorim, how he plays with the 3 in the back, 3-4-3 system, right? So how are we going to do this? How are we overcome Enzo Maresca, by the way, who played in the midweek and lost against Bayern, and they had a few days rest and coming to Old Trafford. If you look at the supercomputers, they're predicting a Chelsea win, but I don't think so, right? For me, that midfield needs to be changed. However, I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings regarding this, because I think that Casemiro or Ugarte needs to start in that midfield for the shithousery, or Ugarte together with Kobbie Mainoo. Definitely we need the technical ability of Kobbie Mainoo to progress the ball further, and also Ugarte or Casemiro to be that destroyer that is demanding. I mean, we're talking about Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, 2 youngsters that had abundance of energy and technical ability, so we need to match them. In the back line, Chelsea with Chalobah, they are not so good. They are exposed and the weakness in the back line, so therefore I think Manchester United need to start Benjamin Sesko in there. And I think that Bruno Fernandes needs to be pushed up as the right-sided number 10 or left-sided number 10. Put Bruno in his natural position because Bruno has goals. And on the right-sided number 10, you have Mbeumo, and in the middle, you have Benjamin Sesko. That is natural, right? Benjamin Sesko needs to start producing goals, needs to start showing confidence in Amorim, because what was the purpose of buying a striker if you're not going to use him, right? We might as well just kept, you know, the likes of Rasmus Højlund in that case, right? So I'll be fuming if he starts Mason Mount together with Cunha, together with Mbeumo, and rests Benjamin Sesko. There's no need for resting here. We're only playing 1 game a week, in my opinion. So for my opinion, the best way is to start is drop Luke Shaw in the back line, play ball playing like centre backs, put back in you know, Lenny Euro back in his left-sided position, and also put in Mazarawi there and Matthias de Ligt in the middle, or potentially use Aiden Heaven in the back line. The midfield for me should be either Ugarte with Kobe Maino or potentially Casemiro and Maino, and play Bruno as a left side number 10. And 100% I will play, like, as per usual, Amad Diallo as a right wing back and Patrick Dorgo as left wing back. And then play Mbeumo as a right number 10. And that's the way Manchester United could win this game, absolutely. Play players in the right position and Benjamin Sesko in the middle. We need to be more creative. We need to put crosses in the box. We need to put balls behind the channels for Mbeumo and potentially Cunha coming off the bench. I don't think that Mason Mount and Cunha will start in this game based on the just coming back from the injury. So I think they will start on the bench. But however, we don't live in Ruben Amorim's head, so it's very difficult for us to predict this. All we want to do is to see, a win. 3 points matters today. This is so important for us moving forward in terms of getting points on the board and stay connected within Europe. European football, that's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said. He wants European football. Don't matter if it's Conference League, Europa League or Champions League. It's just European football because that brings money back into the bank. God, I hate to say it because the financial report's showing that, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is so involved, he's been cutting down costs. But it is dangerous when you have a person that doesn't really understand football, that think that this squad is better. I mean, you spend money on a goalkeeper, so better start Lemons as a goalkeeper right here, right now. Play with your best team and let's collect the points from here, from now. But if we lose this game, oh my God, the media is going to be all over Amorim and the pressure will still pile on. In terms of score prediction, guys, I believe that this is going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be an open-ended game. First half will be a little bit cagey. I think at the end of the day, my heart says Ruby Classic 3-1 to Man United, despite the supercomputer saying that Chelsea win probability is. However, realistically speaking, this is going to be an end-to-end basketball game, I think. So it's going to be a 3-2 to Manchester United. We're 2-2 and to the final end of the second half. Extra time, Man United, Fergie time to score 3-2. And the winning goal scorer would be Benjamin Sesko. That is my prediction. I don't need a supercomputer. I'm super gassed. I'm super happy. But at the end of the day, Ruben Amorim, do the right thing. Line up your strongest team. Play players in the right position. And just keep winning. That is the only way we can go forward for now. And silence the media. Keep winning. As per usual, this has been Mick Ruby giving you my matchday gas. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. Leave your comment below. What do you think? Who will start in this game and what will be the score prediction? Guys, Mick Ruby here, MUFC Realist TV, Matchday Gas, glory, glory, Manchester United. My hair stands up as per usual because I am excited. Just been electrocuted. Send it. Goodbye. Laters. Ha.